Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. I mean, this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in their... leading up to this game, that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And CD, one of the big stories everybody's been tracking this week, the head coach of this offense, looking to become just the 2nd coach in NFL history to win 5 Super Bowl titles.
And let's face it, the respect is there already. We know he's going to go down as one of the all-time great coaches. But even after all this success, what do we notice most about him? He never takes anything for granted. He's treating this Super Bowl like it's the most important game ever played, because for some of the guys on his team, it will be. And he feels the same way himself. I love his intensity. I love the way he gets his team prepared to play in the big game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
We just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there, being able to get lowered.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Bucs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two.
Well, they tried to get two, and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. This Ravens offense heads back out there led by Lamar Jackson. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's...
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain. Another catch for him there on this drive. Like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Going for the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Go, go, run, run, run.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 6-0 our score after 1. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle. I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well, right out of it and right up the middle.
53 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll go with the keeper, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a quarterback sneak, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Lets this one rip toward Graham. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. The first half is winding down, and the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and the lead is down to 4. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here in the So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, he finds his man, complete. It's Grant, and he's going to get this inside the 30.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Not much there, only a yard.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We've seen this late in the 4th quarter because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try to loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. They'll go with the keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a
Jalen Hurts, ooh.
Great effort there.
I'm the QB snake master.
Super Bowl as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
of salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 9. A minute 54 on the clock. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Jackson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jackson. Pass complete, Graham. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down now with that clock rolling. Dobbins with it. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory.
2 games in a row ended by a late fumble.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but
2 games in a row. J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate. Contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's got this down to the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. And
he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Buccaneers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Looking to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And he'll take possession already in the red zone. Spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And he
takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
At least they were running the ball on the final play instead of trying to throw it to rub it in, but they still got in the end zone. I'm going to blame that, though, defensively. They were just kind of not even willing to stop them.
Yeah, they had an opportunity, but I think they looked at the scoreboard and said it doesn't matter either way, and that probably affected them on that play, and they ended up giving up one more score.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.